Hi, this is Marty Meyer, and I want to talk to you today about living with a sense of purpose and destiny. I've been living this adventure with Jesus for over 20 years, and it has been amazing. But sometimes I ask the question, is that available to every believer? Does God want every believer to live with a sense of fulfillment, a sense of destiny, that they're making a difference with their life? Well, obviously, I believe the answer to that question is yes. But I'm going to do a video series that just teaches a little bit more about how we live in that way. For me, this adventure started about 20 years ago, and my wife Kelly and I were living in Pocatello, Idaho, and I was a youth pastor and she was a school teacher, and we had a pretty normal life. I mean, we went to work, we had our nice little house, nice little life, and I would say it was pretty normal. And then I took this step where I said, God, there's got to be more. I want to hear your voice. I want to walk in obedience and discover all that you have for me. And I remember, and I tell this story in my book, Epic Faith, where I went down to the park and I just asked Jesus, do you want to speak to me? And long story short of it, the Lord said, quit your job, sell your house, and go to a place I will show you. And Kelly and I decided to follow Jesus. We said yes, and we took a step of obedience, and that step of obedience launched us into a life-fulfilling destiny that we would never regret. We would never do it differently. Now, having said that, it has not been easy. It's been really difficult, but at the same time, it's been so fulfilling, so life-giving. We've traveled the world and we've seen lives changed, and we felt like our lives have made a difference. And really, that's why I wrote this book, Epic Faith, is to teach people to live by those faith principles. But the question that I'm talking about now is living with a sense of purpose and destiny, and is that available to every believer? And that's actually the topic of my next book, Mission Accomplished. And in that book, I really unpack this idea of connecting your life and aligning your life with the purposes of Jesus. And so I'm going to be exploring in these next videos some of the keys to living with a sense of purpose and with destiny. Before we go to our next video, I wanted to share with you something. As I mentioned, there's this book, Epic Faith, and then I've written a study guide called the Epic Faith Adventure Guide. And it's really designed to be used with groups. And I want to encourage you to get 5 friends together and go through this book and this study guide, and I've made an unbelievable deal on my website. If you go to epicfaith.net, and you'll find a place where these 2 items are bundled together, and if you put in the coupon code EPIC Prayer Warrior, you'll get 60% off. I think 5 sets for $50. And what a great deal. But what's even more important is that with 5 friends, you can go through this and really get the most out of the principles that are being taught through the story of Epic Faith. In these next videos, I'm going to explore more about just what are the keys, what are the principles of living this life of destiny and purpose. If you like these videos, please hit like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, repost the videos to your friends, and as always, keep your eyes on Jesus.